Denise and Patrick hit $2.4 million on a Tuesday afternoon in March. Patrick printed the spreadsheet. Denise stuck it to the refrigerator under a magnet shaped like a lobster. Both 52 years old, and the tab at the bottom said $96,000 a year. Forever 26 years of maxing the 401k and driving a Camry with 190,000 miles on it, and they had made it. And then, 3 weeks after Patrick turned in his badge, a health insurance quote showed up in the mail for $2,100 a month. Here's the part that broke them. If they had less money, that quote would have been close to zero. That is not a loophole. That is the rule. There is a specific band of wealth that is big enough to disqualify you from every kind of help and small enough that one bad decade ends you. And if you are anywhere on the road toward it, you are walking in without a map. My name is Nick, and I have spent an unreasonable share of my adult life reading retirement research nobody asked me to read. If you have ever looked at a number in a spreadsheet and thought that should be enough, hit subscribe, because today we are going to find out exactly where your number breaks. Let me be crystal clear about something first, because I do not want this misread. $2.4 million is a lot of money. It is not almost enough. It is not a consolation prize. According to the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances, the top 10% of American households starts right around $1.94 million in net worth. If you are in your late 40s or early 50s, $2 million puts you roughly in the top 10% of your own age group. Meanwhile, the median American household net worth is about $192,000. Not the average. The average is over $1 million, because a few thousand billionaires hang off the end of that number like a kid hanging off a bathroom scale. The median, the middle, 192,000. So if you are watching this from somewhere well short of 2 million, do not click away, because here is the thing that makes this video about you. Every trap I am about to walk you through is triggered by your income, not your net worth. Not one of them checks your balance. They check what you report in a given year, which means they are waiting for you at 600,000, at 900,000, at whatever number you are working toward. The people with 2.4 million just get there first and set off the tripwires so the rest of us can see where they are. And there is one number sitting in Denise and Patrick's file that decides whether that 2.4 million lasts 45 years or 19. It is not the 2.4 million. Remember that it exists, because almost nobody mentions it. And it is the only number in this entire video you actually control. Let's start with the rule you have definitely heard and probably never checked. The 4% rule comes from a paper published in 1994 by a planner named William Bengen. He ran every 30-year retirement window in the historical data and asked the question you are asking right now: what is the largest amount you could pull in year 1, adjust for inflation after that, and still not run out? About 4%. The Trinity study confirmed it 4 years later. And that is where it entered the culture, got printed on 1 million blog posts, and quietly stopped being questioned. Notice the part that never makes it onto the blog posts. 30 years. That number was built for somebody retiring at 65 and planning to be gone by 95. If that is you, you are fine, and you can stop worrying about this part. Patrick is 52. If he lives to 97, which is not remotely exotic anymore, his retirement runs 45 years. It is half again as long as the study that produced his withdrawal rate. And when researchers stretch the horizon, your safe number falls. Michael Kitz's ran it. Going from a 30-year retirement to a 45-year retirement drops the sustainable rate from about 4.1% to roughly 3.5%. Morningstar's most recent guidance put the safe starting rate at 3.9%, and that is still for 30 years. So run it on yourself. $3 million at 4% is $120,000 a year. That same $3 million at 3.5% is $105,000. $15,000 a year Gone. Every year for the rest of your life. You did not spend it, you did not lose it in a crash, it was never there. It evaporated because of an assumption buried in a research paper from 1994 that politely expected you to be dead by now. For Denise and Patrick, the same haircut takes 96,000 down to 84. Now, you are a reasonable person, so you have already solved this in your head. Fine, Nick, take 3.5 instead of 4. Done. Next problem.